Now, today we've learned that the minister did not get the Ethics Commissioner's permission to introduce his pension legislation, even though that he claimed otherwise. This legislation enables the exact product that his family company specializes in, and for which the finance minister himself lobbied for before he entered politics. So, very quickly, did the Prime Minister ever request assurances from the Finance Minister that he was working with the Ethics Commissioner before introducing the legislation?
Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, all members in this House work with the Ethics Commissioner to ensure that their personal finances, their personal interests are in line with the expectations that Canadians have of all citizens, of all members of this House, to live up to the high expectations of citizens. All of us, including the Finance Minister, work with the Ethics Commissioner and listen to and follow her counsel.
Honourable Leader of the Opposition.
Mr. Speaker, the Prime Minister insisted yesterday that the Minister of Finance had always worked with the Ethics Commissioner. I'm going to ask again, did the Prime Minister make sure with the Minister of Finance that the Ethics Commissioner allowed him to present his legislative measure on pensions, namely Bill C-27? The Right Honourable Prime Minister. Mr. Speaker, in this House, there are all kinds of talks, sometimes personal, sometimes with a basis on one side or the other. That is how we know that a government is going to be rigorous in its approach to different issues. But we are working with the Ethics Commissioner to go beyond partisanship to make sure that Canadians can trust that everyone who sits in this House is respecting the rules and is worthy of Canadians' trust. That is what the Minister of Finance did. The Honourable Leader of the Opposition.
These Liberals only work with the Ethics Commissioner after they get caught breaking the ethics laws. So let's be clear. Either the Finance Minister lied to the Prime Minister, or the Prime Minister didn't even bother to ask, or the Prime Minister simply believes that Liberals are just above the rules. So which is it? Did anyone ever tell the Prime Minister that his Finance Minister was cleared to table Bill C-27 before the bill was introduced in Parliament?
Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, every member of this House, when they arrive to serve, work with the Ethics Commissioner to ensure that their personal situation, their financial situation, is in order and aligned with the expectations, the high expectations that Canadians have of each of us in this House. The Minister of Finance worked with the Ethics Commissioner to ensure that the decisions he would take, whether it was by putting in a screen, whether it was various personal dispositions, to ensure that Canadians could have confidence that everyone in this House is following the rules.